vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. Vision comprises seeing the reality of Bryn Mawr today, as well as the promise of Bryn Mawr tomorrow.
Claims of racism at a prominent private school. Today, students at Bryn Mawr, along with students from Roland Park, Gilman, and friends, walked out of class over claims that a black teacher was mistreated. That teachers later left Bryn Mawr. Protest organizers saying it was over improper treatment following some racially charged incidents. Students at the protest, they didn't go into detail, but they added that they have faced their own racial microaggressions in school.
Voices raised outside as students sit inside.
We're sitting in the President and Taylor Hall.
Students at Bryn Mawr College staging a 12-hour sit-in. Our camera was not allowed inside, but student organizers say it was a peaceful way to demand change for Palestinian students.
I want the college to encourage students to call their congressman, to call their representative, to call for a ceasefire.
What do you do when a hope becomes a reality? You celebrate.
Bryn Mawr College was founded on a singular radical concept. Women deserved a chance at higher education. From its very beginning, Bryn Mawr wanted to prove that women can succeed in an academic setting when given the opportunity. And that is what Dr. Joseph Wright Taylor did. In 1880, Bryn Mawr led the charge of being one of the first universities to offer higher education to women. To the Dr. Joseph's endowment, Bryn Mawr opened its doors and challenged society to catch up. Always one step ahead, Bryn Mawr allowed women to stand out boldly, a quality still very prominent today.
We are here for the light. That light has a past, it has a present, and it has a future that we are imagining together. I am here and grateful for the entire Bryn Mawr College community, in whose legacy we stand and whose next chapter we are writing collectively.
From its inception, Bryn Mawr established itself as a trendsetter, and its two buildings became a beacon of hope and possibility for women nationwide. But it wouldn't be until the rise of the first female president, Martha Carey Thomas, when the university would grow immensely. From the beginning of her term, Thomas began to make radical changes to the application requirements, required courses, hiring of staff, and even the physical buildings of the university, building and expanding the campus to rival other male colleges in the area. Her goal was simple: to create an exclusive environment for women, previously exclusive to men. However, Martha Thomas's radical concept of fairness and equality was only achievable for white women like herself. While Thomas no longer viewed herself as a practicing Quaker, she was not privy to allow other denominations or races to partake in the luxury of higher education. Her exclusion of these women became a defining stone to the foundation of Bryn Mawr College. So while Thomas opened the door for advancement in white women's education, she closed it shut for everyone else. In her address at the college's opening on October 4, 1916, she emphasized to the student body and her staff the importance of white intellectual supremacy.
If the present intellectual supremacy of the white races is maintained, as I hope that it will be for centuries to come, I believe that it will be because they are the only races that have seriously begun to educate their women.
Familiar with controversy, Bryn Mawr College founded itself at the forefront of a progressive movement, challenging the current status quo. And that became a very intricate part of their culture. M. Thomas moved away from the Quaker religion, but it wanted to keep one essential part of it, which was the idea of self-independence and self-consciousness and free thinking. And that's what Bryn Mawr College became. It became an opportunity for women to constantly be told to speak out loud, to have an opinion, to be at the forefront and not at the back end of social change.
how can women be part of a movement if they're constantly excluded from the conversation? Instead, why aren't they leading it? And Bryn Mawr College wanted that in their university, wanted that in their curriculum, wanted that in their women. They wanted to create a generation of women, and they're continuously wanting to do so, of people who are going to speak up in political climates and big conversations, not just in conversations of motherhood, of female anatomy, but how can women be making conversation in places where it was mostly male-centered, male-opinionated, and the male perspective. And that's what leads Bryn Mawr College to become the first college to have an approval of a student self-government association. But what is an SGA? What does that mean for the university? What does that mean for other universities? Because it's very unique to Bryn Mawr College. It's essentially 100% of its culture is their SGA.
Bryn Mawr College is one of the few institutions in the United States that has a self-government association. What that means is every student has the power to create positive change.
The Bryn Mawr Honor Code is unique in several ways. One is that we have a social aspect of our honor code as well as an academic aspect.
What I do a lot in my job is talking to students about what they feel is going on campus and talking to administrators about how they perceive student interactions and trying to create a positive communication between them.
The students who come here and the faculty who teach here all work together to create this environment in which it's a key and integral part of the experience of being a student at Bryn Mawr.
I think just seeing people embodying themselves and becoming really excited about an idea or trying to make the community a better place for other people is just what I love being a part of and what I love helping to enact.
College represents a place of change, an institution standing firmly against the waves of times, beliefs, and change. A place of familiarity, honored and burdened by the past. A place excited for what the future will bring. Bryn Mawr is more than just an education institution, but a place to nurture a voice of change and to invest in a generation of policymakers and world changers. Bryn Mawr College continues to adapt and change to this day, constantly honoring its legacy while holding space for advocacy and improvement to its murky beginnings. Not afraid to have difficult conversations, Bryn Mawr forges a place for constant discourse to improve and grow without ignoring some of their own problematic history. And while they might not always hit the mark, Bryn Mawr College is always 2 steps forward and only 1 step behind.